Hey, what's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. Accidentally disconnected myself for a second there. I don't know if you were able to tell or not. Um
no,
oh, you couldn't?
no.
Oh, okay, cool. How's it going, man?
Good, good.
All right. It's been a minute for sure.
Yeah,
How about that heat?
it's been crazy, man. Crazy heat wave.
Crazy heat wave over here. I mean, like 90 to 100.
I know the worst is when I pick up my son from school and I gotta like cool down the car before I put him back in because it's too hot. Like it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I just saw something today. I don't know if it's true because I haven't heard anything, but that little girl was left in a car
Mm,
by her mother, I want to say, I think, and she died,
yeah.
and so now they have the mom in custody. But I, it was just something that someone posted. I didn't see the actual article, so I don't know
Mhm.
if it happened. But I wouldn't doubt it because it happens like literally every year.
Yeah, it's sad. You gotta be careful when it's so hot out there. It's,
If it's not a kid,
it's a
it's a
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
You see those a lot. Uh, has that ever happened to you where you're somewhere and you see a dog in the car like that,
I don't.
or even a
I don't.
kid?
I don't think so. I mean,
No,
I would do something about that. Yeah.
will you elbow the window?
Yeah. If they're in trouble, man, yeah,
Whatever you got to do.
whatever you gotta do.
We were at Costco. I don't know if I ever told you this, but we're at Costco. This is probably a few years ago.
I
And
think
we
I
get
know
out
what
of our car. I did tell you?
I think so.
Yeah, and like I think it was the car next to us or a couple over there was a dog in there and he was in the back seat and he was just
Mm,
I mean, and it was hot, bro. Like it was a hot day. And so we're like, we're not leaving this dog in this car. It got to where we're thinking either smashing the window or getting police out there to smash the window, whatever we had to do, right? We asked. There was an employee there who was grabbing carts, and we asked him, "Hey, can you page someone to come to this car? Because if not, we're gonna break the window. Like, what do you think here?" And he said, "I think I can." I went, "Oh no, no, think I can't," type stuff, you know. But luckily, right when we were doing that, the people showed up. It was like three ladies, and we let them have it.
mm,
um, it's just if you're coming out just now, I don't know how long that dog was in there for then,
yeah.
She's, "Oh, so it was just a few minutes, blah, blah." I'm like, Costco's never a few minutes, man.
Uh,
So yeah, it's been hot. It's hot right now. I'm like
yeah.
semi-sweaty.
Yeah. It's supposed to end tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see if they're right.
It was a little better today. Even
Yeah.
last night was a little cooler. Felt good with
That's
the
better.
windows open.
Yeah.
But damn, that was rough. But it seems like every year we get something like that where it's couple 3 days where it's pretty bad. And we're not
Yeah.
used to it here. Not 100.
No, no. Yeah. It's been like a week, and before that, I got to be in a movie, and it was hot down where it was, and then they put me in this big spacesuit. It was even hotter, and that was insane, man. Like
How did that come about?
I I interviewed this guy, Mr. Sci-Fi, on YouTube. He's done a ton of shows: Star Trek, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Sliders, like all the cartoons we grew up watching. Um, had a really good interview, and during the interview, he's like, hey man, come down to the set. Maybe we'll put you in a movie or something. Just come visit. I was like, I would love that, you know. Yeah, I'll come down. And he invited me down. And the first time I just did a set visit. They had a guy giving me a tour of everything around there. Then they invited me again. They said, we're going to be filming this time. Yeah, that'd be cool to see filming. I haven't seen anything being filmed since I was a kid, and my uncle used to work in the movies, and he would take me to some sets when I was a kid. He took me to Garbage Pail Kids, the movie, which
Hmm.
also Dinosaurs, the TV show, and some other stuff. But I was excited just to see a set again, and I'm on set. I'm interviewing all the cast, and I interview Mr. Sci-Fi again, Mark Scott Secree. And during the interview, he's like, "Hey, do you want to be in the show, in the movie?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah,
Only if I
we'll
get a few lines.
And I don't, man, I would probably flub the lines, man. I was watching someone else have so much trouble with some tough like sci-fi lines where you got to say crazy stuff. I'm like, I'm
Hmm.
okay not saying any lines. He's like, "Yeah, we'll suit you up, whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, man." And it took all day. It took all that. I mean, film is a business. It's like you got to hurry up and wait. They had that old saying about it. They they get
I
me in
was
the
gonna
dress.
ask how long it took you.
Yeah, yeah. And I was supposed to pick up my son that day. Luckily, my wife was able to come through last minute and pick him up, because or else I wouldn't have been able to do it, because I was there till like 7:30 at night. I went there in the morning till 7:30 at night. But yeah, they got me changed in the spacesuit, and they use they use props and costumes from other movies and shows. So they put me in this cool spacesuit that was used in Firefly, popular sci-fi show. And
Okay.
yeah, and super hot, man. I was thinking I was gonna film right away. They had us all get ready, and they're like, "Oh no, we're shooting something else." Eh, and they had us watching the scenes, and then at one point they're just like, "No, get these guys changed out. It's too hot. They're gonna pass out." Like,
Oh, really?
yeah. So we went back in our normal clothes, wait a few more hours, hanging around set. I got a couple more interviews, and then they're like, "Okay, get back in the suit, get ready." So back in the suit. A few more hours later,
Wow.
it's like, all right,
And all
we're
that for what? Like
for
how long?
it's I
Split
might be
second?
on. Well, it depends how they edit it. I'll tell you. So my scene, I'm on the bridge of this ship. It's like Star Trek. Like, it's this spaceship.
Hmm.
There's the captain and then all the crew around, and so I'm someone in the crew standing to the side there, and we got to act like the ship got hit, blasted. So we're all moving around like, oh, like we got hit. And then me and this other guy take off through the escape exit. That's my scene. We did it 3 times. Like, they recently posted on YouTube all 3 takes from 2 different cameras, so that was cool. I got to see all of them. My first take, I was horrible. Like, I didn't even react to the blast. Like, second was
Yeah.
okay. Third, I got it down. But first time ever acting, it was cool, man. It was really cool. Like,
Did
even
your
if they just,
character not feel the blast? Is that part of his thing or what?
it's funny that the captain was asking. He was telling me, "Hey, come up with a name for your character, man."
What? They don't already have one?
Well, I was last minute. He's like, jump on,
Oh,
like, like,
that's funny. Yeah. You would think they'd
yeah,
have a name for every character in there.
yeah, but yeah, I was just a no-name guy. But one of the interviews I did with one of the main guys, he got the start the same way. He's like, my first time coming on, like, I didn't have a line. They just put me in there. Like I met Mark at the movie theaters. I was working at the movie theaters, and but this guy's a trained actor, and he's like,
Sure.
eventually that they put me more and more in, and now he's like one of the stars of the the movie, and like he started off the same way. Like Mark will pull guys like one actor's like, my driver was dropping me off. Mark was like, hey, come on, come be in the movie.
It's that easy these days, I guess.
Well, independent movies, they can do that. They can do whatever they want.
Yes.
If they need more people, they're just gonna pull whoever they need to get the job done. Like people had double roles. Like people who were helping me change, they were doing you know the the costumes and stuff. They also had roles in the movie too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
so
you, where was this at?
this was at what was I can't remember the name of the city again. It was about 40 minutes away.
Like towards
It,
LA?
yeah, yeah, kind of towards LA. It was what was it
Like
off?
northeast,
It,
maybe.
it, it was off like the 605, something like that.
605, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It was definitely hotter down there. Like when we
Right.
filmed, it was before the heat wave, but it over there it was like 93 degrees. And then you put on the suit, it feels like another 10 degrees at least. And the day before I did that, I asked one of the actors, I'm like, how do you deal with this heat, man? You're in a costume and everything. Like, and he had some good tips. I tried to use his tips.
Oh, did he? What
Yeah,
do you do? Like you pee on yourself or something? I don't
no,
know.
he's like, no, you just gotta remember the rules of being an actor. Like, you get in character, you think about what that character wants, what your objective is of the scene, what's trying to hold you back against that, and you just become the character and you forget all about that.
Forget the heat, huh?
Forget it, yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't forget it.
Not when I was filming, I did,
Yeah,
man. When I was on that
that's
set, I'm
awesome.
like, yeah, man, I'm on a
I'm
freaking
something,
starship. Yeah.
some sort of creature.
I'm uh, I'm one of the red shirts in Star Trek, the guys who always gets killed every episode.
Oh man, that would have been cool. I wouldn't mind dying.
Uh, it was awesome, man. I mean, maybe they'll bring me back. Who knows? I don't know
Yeah, did you
what
leave your
it's
name and
like.
number?
They got it. They got it. But they're
Yeah,
the nicest people, man. Like especially the guy who plays the captain and everything. Like all the time, he's coming by, like, "Hey, you doing all right?" Or
that's
just
cool.
with a little joke or something, or like
Yeah, you're
and
there all day.
you're there all day, and the star doesn't have to be that way. He's been on The Walking Dead and stuff. They can be jerks if they want. You always hear the stories, but nicest dude. Yeah, all
Even
those
after your
people.
first take, huh?
Yeah, even have,
Mm.
maybe that's why he was like, hey, we need another take.
I'd have been like, cut,
Yeah.
cut. We don't need the extras.
Yeah,
If there's a blast, you're supposed to react, man.
yeah, yeah.
But overall, it sounds like a cool experience.
Oh,
And you got
it
to
was
interview the guys, which is awesome too.
yeah, dream come true to be in a show like that, because growing up,
So it's a
like
show or a movie?
it, technically it's both, because they put out 2-hour stories, and they'll call them, like, the one I'm in is Space Command: The Great Solar War. So they'll put it out as its own Blu-ray, DVD, streaming, all that stuff. But then he also calls it episode 7 and 8 out of a 12 episode series. Like, he calls it a series of
So
12
like a
hours, but
series of movies,
yeah, yeah,
sort of, I guess.
yeah,
That's interesting. I mean, yeah. But are they all? Is it like? Are they all like connected somehow?
yeah. They're all connected. They're all connected. Yeah, yeah. And
Okay.
the part two, I watched part two, Space Command Redemption, and Doug Jones was in that one. the guy was like nominated for an Oscar, and he's in this movie. Like,
Are you in that one too?
no, I'm not in that one. That was
Yeah.
before. Before Neil deGrasse Tyson, who I interviewed, is
Uh-huh.
in one of these. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I would have been, only if I have get a starting role. Otherwise, I'm out.
Give me a trailer. Give me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to sit next to the captain, please.
You know what I found interesting when they're shooting, like you got to be super quiet because the sound will pick up anything, which sucked
Mhm.
because I had a little cough and like it would tickle my throat. I was like, oh, I can't cough. It's gonna pick it up. But when the cast is speaking, they're speaking quiet. Like when they were far away, like I could hardly hear them. And you think
Mm.
like acting, people were like speaking loud, projecting. No, they were, you know, it was like less than a normal conversation, really, and the sound picks it all up. So
Wow.
yeah,
So I wonder if they get excited. I mean, they have to.
yeah. There were scenes where people got excited and it was louder, and
Okay.
yeah,
Wow. What an interesting experience, man.
it was great. As someone who loves movies, like
Hmm.
doesn't get any better than this. Yeah,
Very cool. Did you catch the bug?
the bug.
Yeah, the acting bug.
No,
When you first
I'm,
try
I'm
something, you go, "Wow, this is this is what I was meant to do."
no, I'm not an actor. I'm not an actor. I'm fine if that's the only
Oh,
thing I
give
ever
yourself
do.
some credit, man. Come on. We got an actor on the show. We have to change the description now.
You know what's funny? They took my name down. Like they might actually put my name in IMDb, like the database that has all the actors and everything.
What about
Just
like if you ran and like you twisted an ankle or something?
you know what? I had a stunt that they cut out that they were gonna have me do, but it like Mark looked at it, he's like, "Oh, this must be too dangerous," because
Mm,
at first I was gonna walk up these stairs. They were gonna show me walking up these stairs, but the stairs were like they had just built them and they were really narrow and steep, and in my spacesuit costume was like wide and like it would be easy for me to trip in this costume. So he's like,
they
no,
don't want to get
let's not.
sued.
No, no.
So you didn't
So
sign anything, did you? Any sort of
mm,
waiver, like in case you get injured
no,
or
I don't,
emergency contact, nothing like that.
I don't think
Wow.
I did. I don't think
Huh.
no.
You think they would protect their butts?
Yeah, that's probably why they didn't have me do that.
The motorcycle stunt.
Yeah,
Wow. Well, that's cool, man.
yeah, it was fun.
And the interviews, everything went well.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is I didn't know I was doing interviews. I just thought I was gonna visit the set and and watch some film, and then the PR person, really nice lady, Christina, her and the lead actor, they kept asking me what I needed and sending me people to interview. Like, but she's like, "Oh, you ready for your interviews and stuff?" Okay, I guess. And then they set me up in this room with
Oh no.
this young actor. All of a sudden, like I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I'm doing interviews today, but I guess here we go.
Wow. So you got to do. You probably don't even know these guys,
I don't
or do you?
no, I
No,
don't know these
right?
guys. Yeah, so I was asking him during the interviews. I'm like, what else have you been in? How did you get into
Yeah.
acting?
Like
Yeah,
introduce yourself, that sort
yeah,
of thing.
introduce yourself. Yeah, yeah,
Dang.
yeah. But it worked
I
out.
don't
It
know.
worked out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good that it worked out. But you would it'd be nice to go in there prepared too.
yeah, yeah. But with the red carpets, like I just did a red carpet in LA, sometimes you don't know. Sometimes people show up, you don't know they're gonna be there, or you
Mm,
got to be prepared on the red carpet. Like, oh
sure.
yeah,
Okay, that makes sense. Um, let's move on to football a little bit. What did you how do you feel about your team?
I feel great. I was at the game.
Uh-huh.
Tons of Raider fans as always. Not as many as years past, I think. But yeah, the new era, a new Harbaugh era. Tough defense. The defense carried us all game long, which Staley Chargers would never happen, man. Uh, Getting sacks, getting turnovers. Um, Really slow start for the offense. It was 7-6 at the halftime. Raiders ahead, uh, because we were doing what Harbaugh does, just running the ball, pounding the ball. But Gus Edwards wasn't really getting anywhere with his runs. And we have all new wide receivers. And but second half, like, it's just what Harbaugh does. He wears the other team down, and the Raiders were worn down. Then all of a sudden, J.K. Dobbins just busts out 60-yard runs, gets a touchdown, and Ladd had a nice double move to get another touchdown and just beat them down, man. Like, watching them, you could see like their spirit just leaving. Like, we had just beat them up, like pounded them for the whole game, and they couldn't take it anymore. Yeah. Fun sight to see, because as a Charger fan, I don't know what that's like. I'm used to shootouts where, oh, maybe we'll win the game.
Yeah.
We'll usually lose at the last minute.
If our kicker can make this,
Yeah. Now we have a great kicker. Now we have a great defense. Now now we're a tough team. It's
just got to
really
get the offense together a little bit.
a little bit. They'll come along. Like, the first 7 or 8 drives, every drive we had a false start penalty on us.
Oh
Like,
no.
it's like guys getting used to each other. A lot of new guys who haven't played together.
First game
So
jitters too, maybe.
first game, so I think they'll get that stuff ironed out.
Hmm.
I think they'll tighten stuff up. But yeah, 22-10 victory. I'll take it. I'll take it all day long. That Raiders defense was tough, man. They were getting to Herbert. Like, it was a tough defense. So I'm happy with the win.
Very cool.
Yeah. What about your Rams?
Oh, I mean, messed up offensive line, so they had guys kind of switching over, shifting over to a different position just to make it work. Couldn't get much going there. Puka got hurt too.
Yeah.
I think he might be out a few games
He-
possibly.
He's on the IR, so 4 games at least.
Four minimum then because of
Minimum.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's out for 4, so that's not good. They did kind of do, they did tie him up at the end there, but in OT, they didn't get the ball and there was a touchdown, and then that was the end of that. If it were a field goal, they would have got a shot at it. Is
Mhm.
that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so yeah, once you score the touchdown, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think of the new kickoff rule?
I think it's fine. It's a little weird to watch them standing
It is
there until
strange.
yeah until
Yeah.
until the ball hits. Yeah, but at least it's getting more returns, and I mean,
Mhm.
everyone wants to see more returns, I think. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Get a little action going. It is definitely strange to just see them standing,
Yeah.
waiting for the ball to either hit the ground or hit the player.
Yeah.
But like you said, at least you get to return it, which is neat. Where as in years past, they would just kick the ball past the end zone and then touch back and whatever. What are touchbacks now? Are they at the 25, 30 yard line? Where are they at?
I think it's the 30. think
Okay. I feel like they keep changing it, and I never know
they
where.
do keep changing. Yeah, I never.
Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know.
Back in the day, it was on the 20.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then probably the 25. Now the 30. Awesome.
yeah,
Uh, yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's the first game. It's they had a shot at it, didn't work out. So we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, obviously, Cup now is gonna have to step it up, and which he can, and
yeah.
that'll be great for fantasy players
Yeah, he
who
was
have
going
him.
so early in fantasy drafts too. Like I, that's why I didn't want to touch him. He was going, what, like second, third round or something. Is like now he seems worth it without Puka. But I was always
Yes.
scared because Puka's there too. I'm like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, he's a great grab in the third round. If you could have got him in the third round, that would have been
oh yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Because he's still gonna do now. He's gonna put up numbers anyway.
yeah. I don't know. I guess, a little scared from the last season. Dealing with injuries and seems like he's getting older.
Hmm.
But yeah, now without Puka there, he's gonna put up big numbers. I think. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Do you have any OC news?
yeah, yeah. See here. You
What do you got?
you were there. For my birthday party, we went back to Mission Control
Oh
arcade
yes.
in Santa Ana, and yeah, had some food, played some games, and then the next part of it, we went to the Frida Cinema to watch the cult classic The Room, which I didn't get to tell you about. That was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun. People throwing spoons at the screen. There's people running around. There's people with a football because there's a football scene where and the guy's tossing it to different people in the audience, and
What?
yeah, and people shouting out things like a guy shouts out, what's Jordan Peele's best movie? And then the guy on the screen says, "Get Out." Or like,
Really?
yeah, or anytime someone, a couple would make out on screen, which happened a lot. Everyone in the audience would go, Nom, nom, nom," because that's what it looked like.
Are you are you supposed to know to do this?
Yeah, you're supposed to know, but there's people doing it,
Oh,
so you can follow
you
them.
can just follow along.
You can
Ah,
follow along. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
interesting.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
different from just your regular movie.
yeah, yeah. A lot different. A lot different. Like, there was a part where like a group of guys went, like, they stood up and they went down to the corner of the screen, and then there's this part where the main guy, he like does this weird look down to the corner, so he's looking at them, and they're like, "Hey, hey."
Oh
Uh,
man. So after that, you guys went back, right?
After that, I went back. Everybody
Oh,
else,
just you?
yeah, we're all old, man. So that was like after midnight. Everybody's like, "Oh, we're going home." But and I would have gone, but I had the movie theater had drinks too. I already had a couple shots at the arcade, and then the movie theater had these coconut slushies that had rum in them.
Mm.
Tasted really good, but I had that, and I was not ready to, to go home yet. So I went back to the arcade by myself, just played and until like
Okay. Played a couple
2
games.
a.m.
Oh,
I
did you
played
really?
for a couple hours. Yeah, 'cause I'm like, like
Oh
I
man.
am not I'm not ready to I'm not ready to
Yeah.
drive yet. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Uh,
Um, yeah, that was cool. We did have some tacos down at that area down below.
yeah. Oh, and
Those are
and
always good.
I got some tacos from a food truck at like 2 a.m. after the arcade. Those were good tacos. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Usually the food trucks are. People are afraid. Well, I think I, I think they used to be afraid of food trucks. People were like, "Oh no,
yeah. Used to.
you know." But nowadays, like
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
like
it's so normal, and they're they're clean and they have to be licensed and all this stuff. So they're not trying to get you sick, you know.
no,
And you're gonna get some damn good tacos at a lot of these places.
yeah, yeah. Sorry,
That's cool, man.
I gotta let my dog in. He's at the door.
Let him in.
Come on, Mateo.
That's cool, man.
What about you?
So did you hear about this thing that happened at Fashion Island?
Another thing?
Another
What's the,
thing, yeah. Remember I talked about that other one with
yeah, yeah,
the lady that they were visiting,
yeah.
her and her husband, and she got killed at Fashion Island, which is like we mentioned last time, just a place where you don't think something like this would happen.
No,
Well, this time around, police responded to the mall around 11:30 at night, where two men, two friends, were getting into their cars, a Ferrari and a Rolls Royce, when three masked men approached them. One of them was robbed of his watch and his wallet, and at least one of them had a gun, from what they could tell. One of the masked men. They attempted to carjack the second guy of his Ferrari, but he was able to get away. He got shot at. They shot at his windshield. They didn't hit him, but they shattered his window. He's able to, get out of there, get to a gas station, and then call 911 from there. And robbers took off in a blue Kia sedan, is all they know about these guys. And I was thinking, don't you have a blue Kia sedan?
no. I have a gray Hyundai, dude.
Okay. Okay. Just double checking, man. So what is happening at Fashion Island, bro? This is crazy.
I don't want to go there
Jeez.
now.
I
It's
know. It's
pretty,
like it's like the safest place in the world.
yeah, it seemed like that. Yeah, but
Michael
man,
Thompson hangs out over there with his wife, man. Like
yeah,
celebrities go to this place, you know?
not
It's kind of
anymore,
wild
man.
to hear.
Yeah,
No, if they see you have a nice watch or a bag, coming out of one of these nice places or a nice car,
yeah,
and these guys just wait for you, man. It's insane.
yeah. Kobe used to go there. Kobe used to go there with his family. Yeah,
Yeah, with his wife.
yeah,
My
his
sister
daughter.
saw them at Crystal Court.
Mm,
It was him and I think she said it was Gianna. It was them two and Vanessa, I believe. And then yeah, he just like had her on his shoulders. This is a long time ago. She was small. And so she saw them there, but she's like, I didn't want to approach because I just felt weird about it, you know?
yeah, yeah,
All it takes is one. Once you see one or two go up, then it's like,
yeah,
oh, it's
yeah. Then you get a crowd. I know. Like
yeah,
once I saw Travis Barker with his family at a restaurant. Like they were sitting there, but I'm like, he's with his family. He's eating. I'm not gonna go up to him. Like
right.
if they're at like Comic Con or some big event, I don't feel weird about it. It's like that's what they're there to do. But
Agree.
yeah, but if they're with their
Yeah,
family doing something like I don't,
out in
yeah,
public.
yeah, like no,
Yeah, we did that with Chester from Lincoln Park, and I didn't want to bug him. And and it's not that maybe you're not bugging him. Who knows? I just feel like
yeah,
I would be, if I went up to him. But my girlfriend was a huge fan, and so was I. But she was a huge fan. She's like, I have to just say hi to this guy.
yeah,
So I said okay, and she went and took a picture. This is back when we had the flip phones, and so she took a picture, the selfie on the flip phone, man.
nice,
And so she got a picture with him. He was way cool with it.
yeah,
And his wife and kids were with them, and you know he wasn't. He could have been but not necessarily even a dick about it. He could have just been like, no, I'm with my family right now.
yeah, yeah. No, I've seen. Have you seen the videos of LeBron? Like some dude, like chasing after him, like trying to get a picture with him, and then LeBron turns him down, and then the guy goes off on the phone or whatever. But yeah,
No, I saw the one with the kid at the Olympics.
mm,
Do you remember that?
no, I don't remember that.
It was at the Olympics, and there was a little kid. He walked out of his, or I think he walked out of a vehicle, and he was gonna go into something, a restaurant or something. This is after they had won, and the kid was like, and he's just like, stop, or something like that. He like told the kid, he goes, stop.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think I did see that one. There
yeah.
was, but there was something else saying that the kid called him the N word or something. I don't know what's true about this or not. You know, I don't
I
know.
didn't hear that. I don't know.
Oh,
I'll have to show you the video. It's I, I don't know. So I was reading comments. Some say that he claims that he uh was that he was done. He had already done that, or already had met with fans, stuff like that. So
mhm.
who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows the story? Yeah.
Yeah, who knows the story there?
Yeah.
But okay, stay away from Fashion Island. That's the news.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch any movies besides that one?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Um, I watched that. It's been a while since we've been on this show. I haven't talked about Strange Darling, have I?
No.
All right, that is one crazy movie. If you like thriller slash serial killer movies, I believe it says it's a true story about a serial killer who's killed the most people. But
Mm,
it's good not knowing anything about this movie going in, because there are some pretty big twists. It starts off one way and it completely changes direction, and such a frenetic style. It's a big chase movie, like this killer chasing someone, and uh, but the two lead actors are amazing in this. They're people you wouldn't know their names, but man, this guy and this girl are gonna win some awards. Just how crazy they get in this movie, their performances, man, like the
okay.
range of emotions, like yeah, it's insane. It's just yeah, yeah, it's something you have to see, experience. Like afterwards, I had to play basketball to get out this energy, man, that it leaves you with. It's yeah.
And where can you see it?
Uh, in select theaters, you know, it won't be in every theater, but
Oh, it's in
like
theaters or some.
yeah, it's in theaters. I saw it at
Mm.
Bellaterra in
Oh,
Huntington
okay.
Beach. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah. So
That's a cool theater right there.
it is, it is. And then I also saw Beetlejuice. I just wrote a review for that. Um, I,
Oh, nice. Okay.
yeah, did you see the first Beetlejuice?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
36 years later, 36 years after the first one in
That's amazing.
1988. Yeah, and I liked it. I liked it. Uh, Jenna Ortega, you know,
Mhm.
Wednesday Adams.
Mhm.
She's the heart, soul,
She's the
and
one, huh?
she's the glue of this movie, the one that makes it all work. Without her in this movie, I don't think it would work. But
Wow.
she
Okay.
brings it all together. All the old people are good, you know, Michael Keaton,
Sure.
Winona Ryder, but there's a lot of little storylines, and yeah, her character is the one that makes it all go. But and if you love Tim Burton, you love all, you know, his style, his Halloween gothic style, and all that stuff. You'll you'll like this. Yeah,
Wow. Gonna go watch it maybe
yeah,
this weekend, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Let us know what you think next episode. Yeah.
yep. I watched Flaming Hot
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
on
that.
Hulu.
Yeah.
It's about a year and a half old, maybe something like that. It's about this guy Richard Montañez who works for Frito Lay, It's an Eva Longoria film, by the way.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah,
don't know if you know, but if I don't know if that's her first film or not. Do you know anything about that?
I, I'm not sure. She may have done something before.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this guy works for Frito-Lay as a janitor. Then he and his wife began putting together this like chili powder recipe because as Hispanics, we we put that stuff on a lot of things. We put it on our fruit, we put it on our corn, uh, like even chips. So he kind of got to thinking like, why don't they have this on chips? And that's how the hot Cheeto was born. And it took off, and it's a true story. Great film. Needless to say, this guy is no longer a janitor for sure.
Yeah.
But no, it's a fun little movie. You know, it's about a guy, Hispanic guy who grew up in the neighborhood. Just, there's gangs, there's drugs. He was somewhat, I think, if I remember correctly, was somewhat involved a little bit in that. Um, but he worked hard, came up with this recipe, and it changed his life, man.
Yeah. It's an awesome story. Especially, I love all those flaming hot chips, man. Like all the different kinds, the
They
Doritos, the
are good, huh?
Lay's, the Munchies. I was just eating the Munchies today, the flaming hot Munchies. Yeah, I eat them all. Yeah, I got the hot sauce packets up there, man.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's
uh,
addicting,
it
and
is.
they showed in the film his son, uh, I forget what he was eating, and he's like, it's hot, and he's like, well, stop eating them. And he's like, no, I like it,
Yeah, yeah,
and he's like, okay, hot and spicy, but you like it. It's like addicting. You want to keep eating it, and man, did it blow up. It's on every chip now.
yeah. It sounds like his original recipe was hotter too. That they kind of like toned it down for for the chips. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, and he worked hard to get that out, man. Hitting up his supervisors and just keeping at it, man. And
yeah, you're right. It's not like he came in one day and they're like, oh man, perfect, boom, and
yeah,
then it wasn't like that. Like yeah, he was pushing for it, like you said, with the supervisor, till it finally they got it done. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, good movie. I really enjoyed
yeah,
that one, man.
yeah, me too. That's a good
That
one.
was a fun movie.
Yeah,
Um, before we get out of here, man, do you have any like and do you have a, I asked earlier if you had an "Am I weird" or "Am I a dick"?
I have I have a little bit of one.
What
Uh,
is it? What do you got?
Wait, let me put the graphic up here.
Okay,
Uh,
I have one involving
I
your
so
dad. Believe it or not.
I believe it. I can believe it.
Yeah,
So
I guess so.
yeah, so I have one. I was trying to figure out if this response was appropriate or if I was a dick or not. You can tell me. So so my buddy Eric, who you've met, he was at the birthday party. We have a I have a fantasy football league. So he texted me. He's like, man, this week was brutal. I lost three of my starters to injuries. It's like, man,
Damn.
wow. So my response in the text is yeah, man, like, and he's a big cheesehead Packers fan.
Mm,
Um, and his backup quarterback, he had Jordan Love who got injured, and his backup quarterback is Caleb Williams. So I'm like, and to add insult to injury, now you're gonna have to root for the Bears.
yeah.
And he didn't say anything back, man. So,
Oh, really? Come on, Eric.
I was like, what?
Not a big move at all.
Okay.
Not at all, because this is fantasy football, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
exactly what you should be doing.
Yeah, yeah,
during fantasy football, man.
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
If you don't believe me, go watch the show,
The league.
The League.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, go watch The League.
yeah. Taco, man.
Taco. Oh man, that thing was too good.
Yeah, it needs to come back.
That's a good show. Go watch that show, The League,
Re-
if you're
re-
into fantasy football.
uh, Hollywood executives reboot that show. You reboot everything else. Bring back the league, even if you have to get different people or whatever. Because that one guy
Sure.
made up the story about being at 9/11 and he got blacklisted after that.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want to say something like that.
yeah, yeah,
Well, mine's short and simple. So we were heading out to the football game with you and your dad,
yeah, yeah,
and on the way there, actually, probably the whole night, your dad was on the phone.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Not just on the way there, when we walked in, during the game, when we left.
yeah, 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 yeah,
It
yeah,
was constantly on that phone. So anyway, it sounded like he was having a meeting on the phone, but so he's talking to a couple different people, and I notice we're like 10 minutes in. I notice he's not wearing a seatbelt. So
oh yeah,
I go, "Oh my god, man! Like this guy's not wearing a seatbelt. Jason can't see."
yeah,
I'm like, this could turn out very bad, And so he's talking to some doctor, I think it was, if I'm not
mhm,
mistaken.
probably.
Yeah. And so I interrupted his phone call, and I think he had earbuds in, possibly. I think that's how he was
Yeah,
communicating.
yeah,
And so I tapped him on the shoulder, and I don't know, maybe he hates seatbelts. I have no idea. But for me, it was, if something were to happen and I didn't say anything, then
yeah,
I would not be happy with myself. If he turns around and tells me, "Hey, it's none of your business," then okay, at
yeah,
least I mentioned it.
yeah,
And then now if you go through the windshield, then that's on you, dude. But
yeah.
but no, he said, oh, he put it on. I don't know, is that something he does or what? Does he not wear seatbelts, or did he just
No,
forget?
I think you just forgot. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I mean, when I see him, yeah, he'll usually put on a seatbelt.
all
Yeah.
right. So was I a dick for interrupting his meeting with these doctors?
No, he needs that. Like, I think he even told you thank you. He's like, oh, no problem. Like, thank you. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, he's very not. A lot of times he won't be paying attention to his surroundings. He'll be so focused on his calls. Yeah, that he doesn't
yeah.
know
He's,
what's
he
going on.
wasn't present.
Yeah, yeah, which has been a source of contention because why are you going to different things if you're not going to be present? But whatever.
Oh man, it sounds like you deal with that quite a bit there.
Yeah,
That's what it
yeah,
sounded like.
yeah. Anybody who knows him knows. Yeah,
Yeah,
or yeah,
or he'll steal your fries.
or steal your fries, or let's meet at a certain time. Okay, hour or two later,
Yeah.
maybe he'll show up. Like you're
You
just
don't know.
waiting around. You don't know, or what Eric's son was is still like, man, I can't stop thinking about what happened with Jason's dad. They went with us to the Chargers versus Rams practice, and my dad like takes off his shoes and I think his socks too, and he just like lays down on the bleachers at the at the practice. He's just like going to sleep there, and Eric's son is like still thinking about like, does he do stuff like that? Yeah, yeah,
What are you doing, man?
yeah,
Oh man, you know,
yeah.
I appreciate the what's the word? Individual. No, I don't even know if
Individuality.
that's the right word. Yeah, is that the right word?
Yeah, you could use that. Yeah,
Possibly just
yeah.
that he's he's himself, man.
Marches to the beat of his own drum. Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hmm.
There you go. Yeah. So okay. So I mean, I don't know if he if he accepts something like that or somebody. I don't hang with them like that. So I don't know if he would if that upset him that I'm like interrupting him or something. And I thought of that, but I was like, hey, like I said, I'm not gonna see this guy go through the shield, and I didn't say nothing.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
interruptions. No, he's used to that because that's how he is. So he needs interruptions sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then at the game, he kept calling the players the wrong names, and
yeah, yeah, yeah. Ortiz, Ortiz.
no, it's not Ortiz.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, dude, we gotta get out of here. I
All right,
actually have another one for you next week that it's pretty funny.
all
It's
right.
just a little longer, and I didn't want to get into it because I gotta get out of here. And I wanted to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
if like your dad had said anything. So, but
We could do multiple shows just just on him and things he's done. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
what does that? Does that mean you're gonna have him on one day?
Oh man, he would love that. He would love to come on. Let me tell you. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I don't
That's
know if
funny,
we'd
dude.
get any words in, but
We can mute him. All right, dude. Let's get
all right,
out of here.
all right.
Subscribe, smash the like button.
Smash,
Appreciate it.
smash. Yeah. All right.
Smash. Doesn't take
Later.
much. Just hit the like.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right. See
Peace.
you.